Veve Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. This is kind of my new favorite spot to stream. It's just, I see the button right there. I can keep an ear on her in case she tries to go on the couch. Tried to do that once, it was bad. Anyway, comment, like, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that thanks button down below, super chats as well. And then, yeah, become a member and join Patreon and all that jazz. All that jazz. That's a song from Chicago, I think. Anyway, what we have, well, I'll go over some news first, and then I'll go over the point of the video. So some of the news we have is today, somebody named Brandon Riley, or at Vitality Growth over on the Twitter, had gone on and said, I was so focused on the instructions to wrap up my CryptoPunk, punk number 685, that he accidentally burned it. You heard that correctly. Brandon Riley had a CryptoPunk number 685, and he accidentally burned it. I understand the want for self-custody. I understand that some people feel they have the need for self-custody. That is very much a Web3 thing, and there are going to be people in Web3 that will not come to Veve without self-custody, that type of interoperability. However, I will say that when you go and you take a look at the entirety of Web3, it is but a speck on the wall. It is but a super tiny amount of people that need that and will prevent and will not join a certain company because they don't have it. Most people, particularly your older people, particularly people that are, let's say, 40 and over, are probably not going to care. Just because, again, it's not safe. You can get scammed. Like a lot of people, not a lot of people, there's been a couple of cases where, because Hero is interoperable, they've been interoperable since day one, they've had a couple people get scammed outside of their walled garden. They can make as many warnings as they want. You know, it still happens. Someone like this, like Brandon Riley, who is not a dev, but he's been around Web3 enough to have a CryptoPunk. He accidentally burned something that's worth $100,000. So yeah, that hurts. I'll say, like I said, there will be people in Web3 that will not come to Veve unless they're interoperable, unless you can self-custody. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't really think that that's going to be a huge issue. But again, I think that they'll become interoperable and will be able to self-custody at some point. Whether you want to or not, that's completely up to you. I believe, okay, there we go. I had a couple people ask me about the Uncanny X-Men 64, because I had mentioned it in a couple of videos and a couple of live streams, and the people that were asking me about it were not necessarily asking about like my price prediction for Uncanny X-Men number 64. For those of you that don't know, that are kind of new here, hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. Marvel, every now and then, for their Marvel Unlimited subscribers, which I'm not sure how many active paying users there are. I know they have about 5 million downloads, but anyway, it's where you can go and pay like $10 a month, give or take, and you get to read any of the 30,000 comics that they have on there. Sounds like a pretty good deal, right? We'll get more into that later. Hi, Bun. Every now and then they have events. And in those events, if you're there in person and you're a Marvel Unlimited subscriber, then you will get a code. Some people have extraordinarily low mint Marvel comic number ones. Some people have sub 40 low mint Red Skulls from the Marvel Mighties. And some people got the Uncanny X-Men number 64. Okay, well, Chavez, they're kind of doing this for free. You know, like it should be more than just Marvel. Like I understand some of the concerns. Like, you know, they're not in Veve, they don't know what it means. This is really special. It should be given to the collectors and the hodlers, people who put in money. I get that. I do. You know, reward collectors at heart, 100% understand. That's what MCP is for. We are, I mean, even if you didn't have MCP, by getting some of these things first and being super early, I feel like that's its own reward. But again, we have MCP. That's great. We also have a reason behind this. Again, if you're Marvel and you have, let's say, out of those 5 million downloads that they have, let's say 80% of them maybe just downloaded to see it and they don't really pay. They don't have an active account. Let's say there's about 1 million people that are actively paying each month to be on that Marvel Unlimited. Okay, so out of that million people, for instance, let's say you can convert onto Veve. I don't know, half is a lot, 500,000 is a lot, but 10%, 10% at 100,000, I feel like that's a fair number. But if you say, well, listen, 10% of anything is really high, I say 5%. Okay, 50,000. If you can go and get an extra 50,000 monthly active users, we have about 30,000 monthly active users right now, give or take. You can, that more than doubles the size of Veve. Now, granted, most of those people will just be interested in comics, which if you have a lot of comics, it's really good for you. Comics and crypto, Sleeping Comics, Mr. MC1, Dr. Rolex, everyone that has a bunch of comics is going to be extraordinarily happy. That being said, do you think that some of that won't roll over into collectibles? I have a good feeling that it will. And again, let's focus on the 1%. So out of those 50,000 people that we could get potentially from Marvel Unlimited, the 1% of that would be an extra 500 people that are whales. You'd have an extra. Could you imagine having another 500 clever jerks? Even 0.1%, 50 clever jerks. God, things would go like there would be no grails left. There'd be no ascending numbers left. There'd be no 999 numbers, 888, 777 numbers. They'd all be gone. So I'm just saying, guys, there are reasons why. And again, why would Marvel want to do that? Because that just makes them a lot of money. They get money on the resale. So instead of having them read X amount of things, they can go and collect. They have a lot more money. Anyway, moving on from why a lot of you are probably all here. First, look at Lady Gaga as Joker. I thought that was pretty interesting, and it's a real photo. There's people taking photos of her and whatever. I'm not feeling her as Harley Quinn. I mean, I love Lady Gaga more than you all know. I literally learned the Bad Romance dance when I was dancing back in the day, and anyway, I just not feeling that. I don't know. It just doesn't look like Harley Quinn. Oh, I have some stuff that I should go over for Anchor in a video. Veve Gold logo, that went up. I'm going to say that I'm not going to say it had anything to do with my video this morning. When I made the video this morning talking about, hey, would I rather have, if I had 5K, would I get all OMI or would I get the Veve logo and then the rest OMI? I said the Veve logo and the rest OMI. I gave a bunch of reasons why. Pump $1,300. It's actually back down. It went up to 4,400. It's back down to 4,199 right now. I do expect that to get a little lower as they announce other stuff. Like if they announce, I don't know, if they announce like a Mufasa or a Simba. Oh God, give me Mufasa. Or like a Simba NFT, especially if it's for the Platinum Moments. Yeah, gem squeeze. If they announce like a Mandalorian or Grogu or Yoda or Luke Skywalker, yeah, a little bit of a gem squeeze there. So I'm just throwing that out there that I wouldn't FOMO into anything right away. Like nothing increases by 45% and doesn't come down a little bit. I'm just, or 50% comes down a little bit. I expect it to come down a little bit more, kind of find its ground, maybe 3,700, give or take. There's been no new listings below 4,199. Anyway. All right. So Mickey Mouse, public domain. I've gotten this question a couple dozen times, easily every month, if not multiple times a month. Why did this come out? It's because in 2024, Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse, whatever you want to call him, will enter public domain. What does that actually mean? What are they doing with the copyrights? What are they doing with the trademarks? Okay, so, and it's like, well, they made a Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie. Why can't they make a Steamboat Willie Blood and Honey movie, or and they don't need to call it that. The reason why they were able to get away with it with Winnie the Pooh is because those 6 characters happened to enter public domain. They weren't trademarked in any other significant way, and they had to make a lot of changes to Winnie the Pooh. They couldn't technically call him Winnie the Pooh. Like in one fell swoop, they had to put dashes in between. They couldn't give him a red crop top with no pants. They had to give him pants and a kind of red flannel with overalls. They had to do a bunch of things in order to get around that. But also, I don't want to spoil the movie, but there's another character that maybe wasn't in the movie because he wasn't in the original book. That would have been Tigger. He wasn't around until I think 4 years later. So when you take a look at Mickey Mouse, is there going to be a mouse with yellow shoes and red shorts and a happy smiley face, those crazy pointy, crazy rounded ears, going around murdering people on like a steamboat? Probably not. Why? Because they can't use that. If they tried to use that and called it Mickey.Mouse.exe or like whatever they decide to call them, so that is different enough, they actually can't use that because Mickey Mouse has been He's been evolving over the years. The only thing that's going into public domain is what's on the thumbnail. The only image is that. However, comma, I will say that even though the copyright of this does expire, the trademark does not. There's a couple of things that you should know about trademark. So, in where was it? Walt Disney Animation Studios. So not tech. So there's a whole Disney owns a whole bunch of different companies. I could imagine the taxes on that each year, probably ridiculous. The Walt Disney Animation Studios, the ones that make the movies, Frozen, Encanto, Tangled, all that jazz. When they redid their trademark in 2007, in the video that they have, it's like if you have a flip book of Steamboat Willie going, whatever he whistles, that's part of the trademark. So they can't do it. I mean, you copyrights only have the original artwork, so you could technically have someone called Mackie Mouse, and Mackie Mouse is just a mouse that lacks color, and he has a steamboat, and no one will see your movie, and obviously you could have your Mackie Mouse stuff. I don't know. I feel like Disney would try to kick that out really, really hard, extraordinarily difficultly. It'll be extraordinarily difficult for anyone to try to do that. So I am not 100% sure anyone would even try to do that. The reason people tried to do that with Winnie the Pooh, because it was relatively low risk. They spent less than $100,000 on that movie. It made 3.8 million. So, the next one is slated. They got greenlit. Are they going to wait till 2028 so they can use Tigger? I don't know. Are they going to try to cash in while the iron's hot? I also don't know. But yeah, that's kind of the idea around that. Anyway, in other news, we're gonna go over and take a look at Realty. All right, so Gary Baseman has just had a New York Times piece yesterday. It was like a New York Times for Kids thing, and that is only a day or so after he had his piece drop on Veve, and then he's also got a museum that opened in New Zealand. And then he's another piece he's working on with his little cat, Bosco. It's so adorable. I do not have his most recent pieces yet. I'm a little gem poor right now, but I don't know. I feel like, he is a very popular artist. Well, again, go watch that video that Veve did. Shout out to Old Rhubarb that went and did that video with him, kind of giving him a makeshift interview. And you take a look at, his history. I've always said that there's going to be maybe 5-10% of those designer con artists that go and blow up, and we don't know who they are. I think Gary Bass is probably going to be one of them. Again, which ones are they? I have no idea. If I did, I'd be buying up all their stuff. Some of them have already hit their peak. Some of them maybe you'll get a little bit of bump. They'll hit their stride. But I definitely think a couple of those decon artists are going to absolutely go to the moon. That Brett Crawford one, that Build Yourself Up, that one, I know it's like $500. That is, in my opinion, extraordinarily undervalued. But again, that's just my opinion. I got a message from someone sent me, we need to be able to sell on Amazon. Okay, so it says Amazon NFTs will be tied to real world assets, token possible. Amazon Marketplace will tie digital ownership to physical goods delivered to customers' doors. I don't know when they're releasing that. That's going to be in AWS. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it's going to be. It's going to be some point this year, and they're going to have like, I don't know, 10 to 15 different NFT collections on there. Are any of Veve's going to be on there? I don't know. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different ones. Facebook is stepping away from NFT. So if we take all of FANG, Facebook stepping away of NFTs, that's fine. I don't care. Amazon and Apple, those are the other two letters of the other 40% of FANG. Those are the ones that I would make. I mean, if they fusion hot, we're talking about competition for Veve. If Amazon and Apple do a fusion ha and they decide, oh, Amazon's going to make their own NFTs, let's say. I'm like, so comment down below, raise your hand if you've watched any of the shows on Amazon or Apple, any of them. any of them. I don't know or care what they are. I feel like probably not likely. I feel like most people, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, I feel like are the big ones. Some people have Paramount for, Nickelodeon stuff. I feel like Amazon and Apple TV, they don't get a lot of watchers at all. That being said, I feel like if they get into the game together, or they use an Apple coin for all of Amazon's NFTs, and they use a bunch of this. I feel like that could be a very big competition for Veve. Um, it's not just Tom Brady with a couple million followers, and it's not just um, Eva Longoria and a bunch of these other people that we'd heard stories from Autograph.io, the best of the best in all of sports, and didn't do so hot. I feel I feel like Amazon with their what does Amazon have, like 300 billion in the bank? I've gone over before how they could potentially buy Disney, and I get so much backlash from that. Everyone's like, no, no, it'll never happen. Tim Cook is, okay, let's step back a few years and take a look at Steve Jobs, icon. Apparently, he was a little bit of a d-bag to people, but got stuff done. And he had the iPhone. He had a whole, like Tim Cook, granted, they're probably one of the most powerful gay men in the world, um, owning a multi-trillion-dollar company like this, or CEO of a multi-trillion-dollar company. I mean, the headsets have been delayed for years now, and Apple TV, I don't think is doing that well. Obviously, Apple's a company is great. The Apple Car is, they kind of gave up on that because no one's ever going to catch Tesla. What else do you think he could do? Okay, well, buying Disney would 100% cement him as the CEO. Maybe not of the century. I feel like that'll go to Elon Musk, but the CEO of Apple. Like, no one is going to be able to top Tim Cook if he's able to acquire. Like, that's like, again, when you get to a point in your career where you have to start thinking legacy. Like, hey, I'm at the top of my profession. I'm at the top of the game. You're literally CEO of Apple. There's almost nowhere higher you can go. Very few places that maybe be president or I don't know, save the world, astronaut type of stuff. I don't know. Um, but buying Disney, 100%. That's, and again, Bob Iger, who Disney has had a interesting couple of years where they've gone on and they said, okay, well, like remember a few years ago when this is before Bob Chapek got in, Bob Iger was previously CEO before the last couple months. There was a elementary school, I think in California, that illegally streamed the Lion King movie, the live action one, and Disney tried to sue him, and then all of Twitter and then all of TikTok and everyone is just like, no, 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 Disney, what are you doing? That is no, get the fudge out of here. They dropped the lawsuit, and Bob Iger actually donated to the cause that they were trying to stream for. Um, and then they kind of learned from this has been accused of being too woke, to this, to that. I mean, I don't know. Have you take a look at like their Daredevil and Punisher stuff that they put out? Like, go over to Disney Plus, take a look at their Daredevil and Punisher stuff. Let me know if that's too woke for you. Oh my god, the murder on those shows are great. So many good kills. Um, and then you had Chadwick come in, and they're literally fighting, or they were fighting with half of U.S. politicians because DeSantis doesn't really like Disney, and DeSantis is one of the heads of the Republican Party. And if he runs for president and he wins, if Trump doesn't run and DeSantis does run, DeSantis will win. If Trump is somehow able to run while DeSantis runs, they're going to go at each other so horribly. Whoever runs for Democrat will probably win again. And again, why is this important? It's because Bob Iger, who is trying to remedy a lot of the bad stuff that's been happening the last couple of years, he would be the last CEO of Disney. Like, everyone remember Pirates of the Caribbean. Was it Dead Man's Chest? Or was it At World's End? I know it's definitely an At World's End where Jack was having this thing like, oh, stab the heart, become Davy Jones, become the pirate, like the pirate lord. And he's like living forever, the lost pirate ever. I kind of like the sound of that. And The last CEO of Disney, the same exact thing. You have this enormous opportunity to cement your name in legendary status forever. The last CEO of Disney. You want to know why Pokemon Neo Destiny is among one of people's favorite sets in of all time? It's because it's the last set to ever have that first edition mark. And they had Shining on top of that. They had a bunch of secret rares on top of that. There are, yeah, it's not just Veve. There's people in secret rares where you have, oh, there's only supposed to be 100 of these cards. Actually, there's 112 of these cards, whatever the numbers were. Um, yeah, it's absolutely wild. So when you take a look at this, I think Disney being bought by Apple makes a lot of sense. And I know I'm going way far over where what I was originally talking about. What was that? What was the last thing I was talking about? Oh yeah, Amazon NFTs. Uh, you know how a lot of banks are failing and a lot of people are taking their money out, and a lot of that money is going to the big four. Bank of America, Citibank, JP Morgan and Chase. Was the other one I mentioned, or did I not mention? And then some of it's going to crypto, which I think is really good. Wells Fargo was the other one. Sorry. I think that a lot of these smaller companies are really going to be eaten by bigger companies. I think a lot of the car companies will not survive the decade. I think most of these NFT companies are not going to survive the next couple of years. I'm surprised they've, survived this long. I think their share and their lunch is being eaten by Veve. Veve is eating everyone's lunch right now in this digital space. Um, how did Amazon and Apple work in an efficient way to maybe surpass Veve? It's been shown that others have a extraordinarily hard time doing so. So I think by working together, they definitely could be extremely good competition for Veve. Netflix, they kind of had their thing with Stranger Things NFTs. Nobody really bought those. So that's 40% of Fang is out. Facebook's not doing NFTs. Netflix tried with their Stranger Things, didn't work. And then Google, they might at some point. I'll keep you all posted. Uh, oh, I just got called cute. Thanks, Bay. It amazes me how you can come up with content. Oh, what? Thank you. That's more of just the ADD brain, where it's like a squirrel. That's just that. Um, I'm surprised that a lot of it. I feel like a lot of it comes out as word vomit, but also a lot of it is just me. I mean, there's a lot of thoughts that I don't say, and I feel like that's a good thing because there's a lot of thoughts that are just horrible. I've gotten fairly good at doing the okay, this is probably a bad thought. Don't say that. But I feel like every now and then I'm deleting a thought that's really good. Anyway, we're gonna get to comments here because I believe that was the last of my news that I had. I think I had Memtomoa. Oh yeah, back to Gary Baseman real quick. The If you want to get the airdrop for his thing, which I think is going to be very, very scarce because only like 150, 100, or maybe 170 of them right now can be actually redeemed getting via that airdrop. You have to get the both Memento MOA pieces by March 31st. Get them by March 31st. Hold them for 30 hours, 36 hours. Hold them through April 2nd, just to be super safe. Once that snapshot is taken, you will get your airdrop piece on April 7th at some point. That's if you want to do that. I mean, honestly, though, spend $110 on that, or kick in an extra $15 and then get two platinum Mickey Mouses. I feel like platinum Mickey Mouses are probably gonna have a better ROI. Granted, those platinum Mickey Mouses are gonna have that 8.5% fee. The Gary Baseman's only gonna have 2.5%. Gary Baseman's much scarcer, especially those things are much scarcer. And I also feel like the resale value for the ones that you get, again, you can get them for about $55 each. Or kick in the extra $10 and you can mint both of them, $5 each. You can mint both of them from the store at $60. And, you can maybe get a sub 100, whatever. Yeah, they're very scarce. You could go and buy those $55 and probably sell them for $52, like right after the airdrop. Again, that's just my opinion. I think that was it for me. Yes, it was. Okay, I'm gonna get to comments. We got Bill Gardner saying, "Let's go." What's going on, Bill Gardner? Zunel19 says, "Let's get that bread." I love this game. Zoo19 says, "No way Disney stops pumping out Mickey stuff. Too much money at stake. And let's face it, we'd rather buy Mickey stuff from approved distributor than Joe Schmo." Yes, agreed. Um, yeah, I don't think they'll ever stop pushing Disney. And be advised, guys, that what makes a set in Pokemon? Charizard. If Charizard's in the set will do well. It'll sell. What can Disney always do? And what could they always do to sell? They could sell a new version of Mickey. There's always new versions to be had. There's always different iterations you could do. I mean, they have so many other characters. Like, I don't know, let's say 90s Renaissance era. Pocahontas. We already have some stuff with Little Mermaid with the golden moments. I feel like we'll get other Little Mermaid stuff from the new Little Mermaid movie. Um, we're gonna get what other stuff is there in the 90s Renaissance? Pocahontas, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Is that I don't even know. I feel like that's kind of like the stepchild, redheaded, not necessarily red. He's a ginger, redheaded stepchild of the bunch. Um, why am I blanking on? All right, Lion King. We have Timon and Pumbaa and the Golden Moments, but we don't have Simba. We don't have Nala. We don't have Sarabi. We don't have Scar. We don't have Mufasa. Oh my God, love those. Zazu, I don't really care about, but the rest of them I really like. I like that cast, like a lot of the characters. Hyenas would be dope too. Um, what was that? Yeah, they'll whatever they have now. Like expect, I would expect, let's say out of the Grails we have, expect more Darth Vaders. Obviously, we have a million Batman on here. That's expect more Batman. So more Batman. Expect more Darth Vaders. Expect more Spider-Man, and then expect more. Uh, definitely expect more Mickey. Expect more Minnie as well. Um, now that they have the first appearance of Minnie out of the way, they can do, dancing Mickey and Minnie. Oh, this is for true love. This is for whatever. They can make an animated one where they do dance. They could have them interact. Give me a. Yeah, I know we have Pluto on the lenticular cards, and he's great. I love him. Smarty Pants has like 400 something, maybe a lot, over 400 of them. It's insane. Um, but I don't know. Give me. I know we have Goofy as well. Give me Goofy and Max. Give me Goofy and Pluto. Give me Ducktales. Oh, give me a Goofy movie. When you listen to each other's heart. God, I love that freaking movie so much. But we're gonna get a lot of them. So be advised. What we see today is like, is this gonna be the last Mickey? It'll never be the last Mickey. There's always gonna be other Mickeys out there. Uh, so if you miss your chance on this one, you'll have others. Marcus Zim, what's going on? How's it going? Legacy of Bermuda. Sorry, let me do that again. Legacy of Bermuda. How's it going? Let's freaking go, fam. I love you, brother. Oh, Marcus Hodges says, "Hi, Randy and Dashy." Hi. RPM 87's Randy. Did you buy that 48 Lambo? I did not. I do not have a lot of gems. I am very gem poor. I missed out on the rabbits today. I was literally telling people in the Discord this morning, in the Veve Discord, Dr. Rip said, well, comment down below if you get that Fairly Odd Parents reference. Um, I was like, I'm gonna go broke on these rabbits. I was expecting them to sell out because it was only like $49,000 that they were gonna make if it sold out. But I wasn't expecting them to sell out right away. I figured you'd have a little bit, but because there's they were fairly low mint and there's a secret rare. We did have some bots come in this morning, and bots good got a decent amount of them. Everyone hates bots. I get it. I understand. But listen, as much as I hate bots, I didn't get the drop this morning because the bots were too quick. I fudged up. As much as I hate them, the sign of a healthy economy, the sign of that you're making something that's worthwhile, is when bots are around. Like nobody's trying to go and steal the art of a crappy artist. Nobody's trying to go and steal the intellectual property and ideas of someone that doesn't have any good ideas. They do that to geniuses. They do that to people, people that are worth something, where their ideas are worth something. If bots were not here, I would be worried. I would be like, wait a minute, why does the product suck? Um, and obviously going and looking at everything, the designs and stuff, I Thankfully, I feel like I'm right. The bots are here. That means it's good. At least good enough for the bots. So that's just kind of my thing on that. I also got another message from the lady friend saying, I do agree. There is, yes, yes. Says there's a lot going on in that head of yours. I've had firsthand experience in that. Be advised, guys. There's for any, and it doesn't even have to be girls. Anyone that spent the night with me, Foster Hill, Taps Trades, anyone or DeLargo, anyone that has ever roomed with me and slept within the same vicinities area that I'm sleeping in will know that I am never 100% there. There's always a part of me that's just gazing off into the distance. There's always a part of me that, and when I have an idea and I get up in the middle of the night, I have to go and like text it to myself or email it to myself. And yeah. Anyway, Robert M says, if Disney could, they would drop Mickey everywhere. I mean, they kind of freaking do. I mean, there's Mickey pajama pants and there's Mickey Mouse ears. There's anything you can think of. I'm surprised that I don't see Mickey shaker bottles in the gym. I've seen Bane and Batman shaker bottles, Superman shaker bottle. I guess it makes sense why you wouldn't see him. I mean, Mickey's not necessarily known for pumping the iron. Kind of scrawny. He's known for, I guess, Steamboat. I mean, what is he actually known for? I feel like everything has characters, and he's just, Steamboat Willie, I guess. But I don't know. Like, he does a lot of things. It's not like Barbie where she's got all these different careers. It's like, I don't know, Cosmo and Wanda are fairies. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of these characters. And Winnie the Pooh is known for eating honey. Mickey Mouse is known for, yo-ho, yo, like, I don't know, like, your mother's a salute, ho-ho. Like, I don't know. All right, anyway. RPM says, I bought a Peloton instead. Nice. Get that bread. Stacy Langley, what's going on? I miss you. When are you going to go to a Veve event? And if you tell me you're going to go to the one in Montreal, if Veve goes there, I don't know if they're going there, I am going to be very salty because I won't be there for that one. Bill Gardner says, tech is live too. When Randy/tech show. Oh, Tech Ops? Oh, I love Tech Ops. He's been on the podcast at least once, maybe twice. I'll get him back on the podcast soon. There's a lot to go over. He loves conspiracy theories just as much as I do. And boy, there's a bunch of those out there right now. Jason Lawrence says, what's up, Randy? Los Angeles Fire Department in the house. Let's get this red. Smash that like button. Smash it. Smash it. Stacy Lang says, great. And I'm older people now. Like we, both of us, me and you and I, Stacy, are not 20. And, we're just not 20 anymore. Yeah, Stacey, besides, you're not that old. You are, I wouldn't even say old. You are, trying to think, I'll say joven. Joven is Spanish for young. So say that. Bill Gardner says, marketing is sometimes giving people free things to get their feet wet. I'm okay with it. I don't need free. I don't need free either. Oh yeah, Walt back to $3,100 hairs. I was so salty last week when people were taking crazy pills and they're like, oh my God, platinum moments, it's over. Everyone dump your golden moments, dump your Walt, abort mission, abort, like, and it's like, and Walt had dumped down to $2,100. And I if I had crypto pay in, I would have paid in and I would have bought it. Why? Because I knew that was stupid. There's no way you're coming out with a platinum partner statue. Even if you did, it's different. Okay, Star Wars. Let us sell 1 million of these Naboo cruisers to kids that love Naboo cruisers. Okay, what do they do in Mandalorian? They make it so that it's old and it's silver, so they just change the color. Instead of having Naboo cruisers that are yellow with a hint of blue and white and whatever, the paint peeled off and it's silver. And that's what Mandalorian flies in right now. They took the same exact thing, made it a different color so they could repackage it and sell. Like, this is This is industry standard. This is a standard of the industry. Even if that were to happen, it's completely different because of the color. And I know, like, well, it's the color. It's the same thing. Like, am I not the same as like a white man? We're just different colors. Like, this is silly. There a brown rabbit and a gray rabbit. Where is this freaking rabbit? Bun? Bun? Bun might be in the couch. I don't know. I feel like that people put so much stock into something where even if it's similar or the same, like even if it was the same, there's already a Donald piece. There's already been a bunch of Mickey Mouse pieces. These are different. They are different enough where it's not just a difference in color. There's different poses, there's different things. It's not even like the not the I'm thinking Oliver Twist. Oliver the Lucky Rabbit. He's literally the same exact color except one pose he's like this, the other one he's like this. It's like the same thing, but people still bought it. So yeah. Yeah, people getting their feet wet to yeah, if Marvel wants to go and give out free stuff and I don't get any of that free stuff, if that means more people are going to come to Veve, I don't give a fudge. I don't care. Give it all away. Give it all away like $10. Never mind. I see every now and then I go and I stop myself. Keep in mind on the last message. Oh, tell me right meow. Tell me right meow. Tell me right meow. Okay. I know what y'all are thinking. Yeah, of course, Chavez, you don't think that's old because you're used to dating women in their 40s. So maybe the lady I'm talking with right now is a little more age appropriate. You don't know. Anyway, Bill Gardner says they could call the slasher movie Steam and Mouse. That I would watch that. I'd pay good money to watch that. If Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was in more theaters, I would pay good money for that. But it wasn't. I wanted nothing more than to just have a Long Island, maybe two Long Islands, and just maybe like a pizza, and just watch Winnie the Pooh murdering people for an hour and a half. And I couldn't because it wasn't in enough goddamn theaters. I will at some point. I will live out that dream. I have to get hot though first. I have to get. I've been killing myself for 2.5 weeks now. I've done all right. Hold on. How many workouts have I done? In how many days? I just did this math before. I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to go look to see where I've now done 28 workouts in 18 days. And you know what? I've cleaned up the diet, and in 28 workouts in 18 days after cleaning up the diet, I've lost 1.5 pounds. If now granted, if I really wanted to, I could lose like I don't know, 4 pounds in a day. I would just go running in a sweatsuit. I would go in a sauna. I would jump rope. I would do nothing but cardio and nothing but maybe a little bit of water and some grilled chicken, and I'd lose 4 pounds in a day. But I'm trying to be healthier and just lose the tissue and not just water weight. So, yeah. Anyway, Robert M says Amazon releasing an April 15th NFT. Okay, that's what it was. I got to put that in the calendar. Beware the Ides of April. All right, hold on. Oh, I'm not even going to be here for that. Mother flapper. Okay. Amazon NFT thing. Yeah, I'm not even going to be here for that. You might see a little less of Chavez in April. Tell you that now. Wait, what? No. Ow. No heckin' way. Okay, yeah. Where was it? Alchemist says, is Dashi for sale? I'll pay you an Omi. Yes, but you're not going to like the price. I did put Dashi for sale on eBay for $50,000 or best offer. If someone offered 40, I'd probably say yes. But be advised, if you want 40,000 divided by 0.0008, that is 50 million Omi. If you so again, I would take the 40,000, because man of my word, but that's 50 million Omi. You can, but that's a lot of owe me. And I'm not here calling you like, oh, you're too poor to afford it. I'm just saying like, if I had an extra 40,000, would I buy something like Dashy, or would I buy 50 million owe me? I'd maybe buy something that's not as good as Dashy, and then maybe buy 30 million owe me. I don't know, or save some for bills. But again, if you want, DM me. Let me talk to you. Yeah, anyone. No one. Okay, hold on. No one knows meow, 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 the meow together. Meow, right? Meow. Together, together. Ever. Let's make this last forever. Robert M says there will be an NFT tab on your Amazon account page. To sell, you need to be certified. Seller on Amazon to sell NFTs. I wonder if you pay Prime. If that, I mean, I'm on Prime. That's how I remember once it was last year where I couldn't get Amazon Prime to play on my tablet, only on my phone. And I don't want to watch things on my phone when I could watch it on my tablet. So I almost paid for another Amazon Prime account on my tablet because I couldn't figure out how to do it. I didn't. I wound up not doing it. I wound up figuring it out. But yeah, that was anyway. I am a Prime member. Tammy Hannah, what's going on? Says upload on Amazon Prime is a great show. I've heard about that. I think I've watched one episode, something with like a cowlick of the dude's hair, right? I think. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, probably pretty good. McGarn says, "Ow, Amazon, ow, Prime Lord of the Rings was pretty great." I heard. I've people watched it. People definitely watched it. They spent Game of Thrones money on that Amazon Lord of the Rings series. Like I think they spent. I'm trying to think. I think they spent well over 9 figures just to get the rights from Tolkien to film it. You heard that right. I think they spent over $100 million just to get the rights from Tolkien to do that, which is insane. But I heard mixed reviews. Many people loved it. I don't know how it ended. There's a lot. So I forget what age that is. But that it was supposed to be before. That first scene in Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, where Isildur and Lord Elrond are fighting side by side, and they're taking like that battle marks the end of that age. So basically, when Lord of the Rings on Amazon Prime ends, it's going to end with that battle. It's going to end with Isildur cut. Spoilers. It's going to end with Isildur cutting the ring from Sauron's hand and almost casting it into the fire. And Lord Elrond goes, Isildur, cast it into the fire. No, Isildur. It's gonna end with that, and everyone's gonna be like, what? Everyone that's never watched Lord of the Rings and is just watching that, they're gonna be like, what? It's gonna be insane. Anyway, Skinny Pete says, evening, sir. Good evening, Skinny Pete. I hope you're doing well. Wes says, oh, potion price predictions. Okay, all right. Potion price prediction. Potion pro. All right, Sally sells seashells by the seashore. All right, we're learning today. Potion price predictions. PPP. Is going to be. It starts off at $30, 1923. Let's say 1833. It's not even going to be that much. It's going to be like. Let's take a look. See. Oh my God, my calculator is not working. 1833 times 90. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. 30. Yeah, 54,000 or almost $55,000. Love it. Yeah. Oh my God. What? Why do you keep on sending messages? Why do girls do that? Why do they keep on sending messages? Uh, okay. Again, it's only when I'm here when I hear that. Okay. So they're not gonna. Veve's not gonna make a ton on these. About $55,000 minus $10. These are gonna be. It really depends on what the posters go for, because you have up until the 24th to do up until the 24th, excuse me, of April to go and tap the potion. And if you have a Dumbo poster, you're gonna be able to go and get a Dumbo, or if you have a Dumbo collectible, you get a Dumbo poster. If you have a Mickey collectible, you get a Mickey poster. If you have two, oh, which one do you want to use? And then you can use you can choose whatever collectible you want, or whatever poster you want from whatever character. Now that being said, I feel like the first couple of days, while people are maybe not doing their posters yet, it might be, I don't know, like $50, give or take. Now, granted, as people start using those and they start, how Italians burn NFTs, as they start burning them and they go and they start saying, okay, well, we're going to go and get a bunch of, there's already a bunch of mini posters. The Donald one, I don't think it looks that great. So, but the Mickey, again, the mini poster looks great, but there's a bunch of mini posters already. Anyway, the Mickey poster looks great, and that Dumbo poster looks amazing. When you go and you pass the mark of, let's say eight, let's say half, let's say 1,000 potions that are used, and let's say they're distributed evenly, which they won't be, but let's say they are. That's 250 posters each. The Minnie Mouse. Let's take a look at the Veve app right here, right here, right here, and we'd go and we type in MINNE. Which poster is it? Okay, secret rare. It's my Minnie. And what she has, there's 343 editions, which actually mean 253 because you have to take away 90. She's at 238. So if you have another mini poster, which there's no cheaper options of, if you don't want this mini poster, you can go and you can get other mini posters. Those other mini posters are, let's see where they're at here. We have the ultra rare, or let's just go to the rare bashful mini, which, what's it going to be, like $40? $14. If you do not want to pay a couple $100 for the secret rare, you can get the bashful mini, which I think looks cute too, for $14. So if you have another one of these posters where there are no cheaper option, and again, if 1,000 of these potions are burnt, and there's 250 posters each, then you have these that are going for $200-ish. And let's say 250, let's say it matches. If I had any of these collectibles, doesn't matter, Donald, doesn't matter, Dumbo, doesn't matter, and the poster's going for 250, why would I not want to pay $150 for that potion so that I could use it and get a poster and then net, and then sell that for $220 and let's say net, $40-50. I think that makes sense. There's also going to be people that are just going to stack potions. They're going to buy them and they're going to be like, I'm not touching these. I know that we'll never be able to use them after the 24th, but I want my sealed product. And again, you have those set collectors as well that have every collectible, that are going to get 4 potions, and they will pay for 4 potions, and they will get that set. And they're probably going to get a potion or 2 on top of that, just a half. I think the potions could go for $100 or more. Now, granted, if posters tend to not do that well on Veve, speaking of which, the Mondo poster, I think Funko fired like all the Mondo guys, so I don't know if any more posters are going to come to Veve. I'll keep you all posted. Yeah, moving on. Wes says, thoughts on actor for Kang going to jail for the... Wait, is he really? Oh, no. Oh, all right. What's... I forget his name. That is, I think, what the Greek call hamartia. That's not his name. It's just a fatal flaw leading to the downfall of a tragic hero. All right, Kang, the Conqueror. What the heck is his name? Who plays him? Kang. All right, we're gonna go to Ant-Man, Wasp: Quantumania. We're gonna go to cast, and we are going to look at Jonathan Majors. Oh. They're gonna have to recast him for the movies. He's. I mean, thankfully, I think they already filmed most of the Loki series, Loki season 2. for allegedly assaulting a woman in Manhattan. So it's alleged. Representative says actor has done nothing wrong. I'm okay. So he's not been convicted of anything. All right. Creed 3 star was arrested Saturday in New York after police described it was a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old female. Arrested Saturday after being accused of assaulting a woman during domestic dispute. Yeah. Representative for Creed 3 actor told the Hollywood Reporter he's done nothing wrong. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. Of course, what are they going to say? But, keep an open mind. Police said they responded to a 911 call at an apartment in Chelsea where a 33-year-old male was involved in a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old female. The victim informed police she was assaulted. Officers placed 33-year-old male into custody without incident. So all right, I feel like this is, if he was like an enraged, I think he'd be taking a little bit of the roids. But if he did have a roid or whatever, he was clearly calm when the cops got there, which identified the male's majors. The woman sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was taken to the hospital, police said. The actor was, okay, yep. He's no longer in police custody. His relationship with the woman was described only as domestic. Majors is one of the more in-demand actors working today. Maybe not after this. Long-term plans at Marvel Studios. But all right, so this could have been any number of things. We have this thing in this country where you're innocent until proven guilty. Now, does that mean that a lot of guilty people wind up being found innocent? Yes, that happens. But lead him, yep, supposed to be headlining Avengers. Yep, he appeared as that. Earlier this week, Searchlight set an award season friendly date for his Sundance drama. Oh, he was in that. Yeah, he's at a lot. So how did the woman get, where is it? Sustained minor injuries to her head and neck. Was he biting her neck? Were they having some rough house BDSM play and things just got out of hand? We've all been there. I got scars to prove it. If you're dating a girl that's into knife play, you just you got to roll with the punches sometimes. And again, things maybe got out of hand. I don't know. If you have remember one time, a friend gave me a Skype call. He was naked in the bathroom, and him and our friend, they were doing the knife play, and she nicked an artery on him, and he wound up passing out. And I was like, oh my god. That was a wild night. Anyway, be safe and always get consent. But I'll look at this two different ways. Is this just another rich a-hole that maybe had some roid rage and happened to take things way too far? Maybe it had nothing to do with sex. Maybe it had nothing to do with that. Maybe it was just like they got in an argument. Maybe she hit him and he snapped. And obviously, this is not just any normal 33-year-old like scrawny dude. This is like not peak physical performance, but he's fairly jacked. He's extraordinarily strong. He could have honestly done that just by pushing her and whatever. And even though it might not have been a lot of force to him, if she's like this tiny woman, it would have been a lot of force to her. I'll choose to remain neutral on this. I don't know. It could go either way. We'll see what happens. Anyway, Double C says, "Well, the platinum." Oh yeah. So and this is why I always say, a lot of these characters, Pikachu's not gonna be arrested for assault. Charizard's not gonna be arrested for steroids. But some of the actors and some of these people, they sometimes disappoint you like that. And I'm not saying Jonathan Majors did. It's to be determined, a court of law. Will the collectible price drop? Probably not. It wasn't really based on him. It was just based on like the actual character. If there was a Mighty that maybe looked like Kang, that I could picture it dropping a little bit. Like right now, anything that he signed, any car, whatever, that'd probably drop a bit while this news is there. And of course, we know that people will only read the headline. Even if he's found innocent, found whatever, people will be like, oh, yeah, well, I remember the accusation. It's like, okay, yeah, you can get accused of things all the time. It doesn't mean that it's true. Bun, what are you doing? Too quiet around here. Will the platinum posters all be secret rare? I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, we could probably figure that out. Hold on. We can Google this here. We have no SpongeBob. No, stop. We have technology. Okay, sorry. Um, Disney Platinum moments. Um, Medium article, and in this Medium article, there's a link, I believe, to a potion article. Yes. Um, no, that's the potions. I don't. All right, hold on. Okay, the Mickey Mouse poster. Oh, it doesn't say. It does not say. It is. Well, we know the license is Disney. The first available public mint is number 41. It is a first edition. Um, it does not say the rarities for these, so we don't know if they're secret rare, if they're common, if they're probably secret rare if I had to guess. But yeah, so yeah, it's a good call. Good call. I'm gonna take a picture of that and see if I can put that in another video. Will the platinum posters be secret rare or not? I don't know. Private M's having to be a certified seller on Amazon will hinder them, in my opinion. You'll be taxed as a business. That's good. I mean, if you're taxed as a business owner, like let's say if you're an IBO, if you're an independent business owner, and you get that 1099, you have a lot more tax advantages than if you would just sell as a private citizen. I do everything through my companies. I've never done anything as just normal Randy Chavez in years, like since I've been in the military, um, like going way back there. Uh, so yeah, always set up a DBA. Colty says Apple is more, or set up an LLC. Apple is more likely a buyer of Veve than Disney. Every brand would welcome that, and Apple likes to go mainstream, so why not control the biggest IP in the world? No reason why they can't do both. Ow, my God. I would love to see Disney acquire WWE and Disney acquire DC somehow before Apple acquires that. Oh, give me Undertaker NFTs. Give me, and Chris Benoit won't be on there probably. Give me John Cena stuff. Give me Rey Mysterio. Give me Eddie Guerrero. Viva la raza. Oh my God. Sorry. Love that man so much. Loved. Robert M says the three hyenas together would be dope. Yeah, it would totally. Robert M says also been looking at the markets, and since MCP is being released, I see a lot of low hanging fruit slowly climb. Slowly climb. Not financial advice. I get it. I get it. I get it. Relatable Hustle says, but David said there will be no more Vaders. Can you link me that when he said that? That'd be great. Bill Gardner says, there will be tons more Mickeys. Not only did Rabbids sell out, they're all above retail. Are they still all above retail? No freaking way. No freaking way. Where am I at? Okay. The uncommon is 2175. God damn, good for them. This guy Andy something, he got the number 69. I was like, nah, we bought it. The rare is 24. Ultra rare is 33. Oh, not as high as I expected it to be. Secret rare was secret rare is down to 90. Not bad. Not bad, kid. Whatever. Meow 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 meow. Num 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 num. Ryan Zephyr says, do you think Disney will let us attach AI to their NFTs? Probably. I mean, it's yours. Probably set up with ChatGPT. Probably do it whatever you want, however you want. OmiToken.e says, will localization come with Mario? Maybe. Oh God, do we get Mario? Listen, guys, there are some things that I know just because of the way I interpret data. I would say if there is a Nintendo or any type of Pokemon partnership, with Veve, I think maybe 4 people would know outside of Nintendo. And again, be advised, guys. Nintendo in 2014, I think, was developing a Legend of Zelda series on Netflix, and someone leaked that they were, and then Nintendo was just like, no, we're not doing that anymore. And we're not doing this thing with I think the people at College Humor had something that they were going to do with Nintendo, and they're like, no, they canceled everything. Nintendo is the last company you would want to let inside information leak on. So let's say David, Dan, Legal Dave, and then maybe another lawyer, like whatever. Let's say they know about it. Do you have any idea those NDAs are probably as strict as some of the ones that I had to sign in the military? Like they are, yeah, probably pretty hardcore there. So if we do have a Nintendo, if we do have a Pokemon, nobody is going to know. I don't care who you are. Nobody is going to know until they publicly announce it. Maybe someone like Old Rhubarb or the Dope Ryan gets notified 5 minutes beforehand so they can make the tweet. So like a video can be made. But yeah, that's that's about it. Um, OmiToken.e says, will localization come with Mario? I just answered that. I'm sorry. Facts from Felix says, tell me why you're bullish on Anchor, my friend. I mean, Microsoft, and well, we'll get to Microsoft, but Microsoft definitely a big thing. That's a big partnership. Tencent. I don't know if anyone's aware that Tencent helps make most video games out there and owns like a percentage, like a meaningful percentage of Tesla, like 5% of Tesla. That's why a lot of Teslas in a lot of video games. They, they do both things. They own part of Tesla, and then they help make a lot of these video games. Web3 gaming is going to revolutionize the way we play games. I'm a gamer, I know. When Anchor is, and Microsoft is this behemoth, and then Tencent also is, different company, but yeah, it also is. Not only that, but you have, when going back to, I mean, you see Anchor partnering with everything every single day, and they don't have an inflationary token. Is it deflationary yet? No, but it will be. Or I bet you it will be. Right now it's steady. I think 10 billion tokens, give or take. Microsoft owns half of ChatGPT. Do you have any Anchor gets put in that business, which they seem to. It seems like a very good fit. I mean, a lot of stuff is an RPC thing, but Anchor is not even in the top 100. Let's take a look. Let's do a spin here. Actually, let's take a look at how Okomi's doing, because Okomi is. Hate it when CoinGecko does this thing, and I gotta verify if I'm human again. Why am I seeing this page? Been around the same thing, 0008. Anyway, we're gonna go to Anchor here. Anchor is number 155 at 3.2 cents. Market cap is 267 million, which is more than Omi is. But yeah, but it's on all the exchanges. It trades like an actual stock, like a coin, like the 20. This is actually very low trading volume. It's only been 26 million since the Microsoft announcement. We've been averaging about. We had $1 billion in trading volume that day, but we have 50. Yeah, usually well over 50 million. This is a low trading day for us. It is the weekend. Yeah, 10 billion coins. There's 8.1 billion in circulating supply right now. The fully diluted market cap would be 327 million, but this will get up to 10 cents pretty easily in the next bull. It'll probably get up to 20 cents in the next bull market. I'm very bullish on it. And let's try Arbitrum ARB. Ooh, down to $1.23. And let's see what other stuff we have. Let's try Bumper. See what Bumper's doing. Bump it up. 6.2 cents. All right. So Facet says, buy a Walt or Omi now. Which one will have a better ROI end of this year? End of this year. MCP and crypto paying? It's very possible, that the partner statue. Well, all right, so here's what I'm thinking. Let's say if you have outside money, meaning that if you have $3,500, $3,300, whatever Walt is right now, $3,100, $3,200, and you could deposit that. And if you do, and you could buy the partner statue. Okay, great. Let's say if it goes to 10K, which is fair. If it goes to 10K, you have that $8,500 sell I'm sorry. It's 8.5%. So it'd be $850 sell thing. So out of the 10K, you wind up getting 9,091.50 because it'll take away 850. So you get 91.50 out of it. Cool. Cool. You still have $9,150. And then you go to take that out and you minus another 10%. Okay, so minus $910 out of that 9,100. Okay, so you have $8,015 left. That's still great. $3,200 to 8,015 is not a 3x, but it's more than a 2x. Let's say 2.5x. If Omi's on one exchange with a little bit of utility, not a ton, a little bit, just the exchange, just a Coinbase or a Binance. I'm not even like KuCoin Crack. They mentioned that they're not going to have any of these things, but which again, I have $5,000 riding on the fact that we might get a KuCoin. Is it KuCoin or Kraken that we've got? Either them, Binance, or Coinbase by the end of the year. I think just that alone drives us up to 0.002, which is 2.5x. And you don't have to pay taxes on those profits. Which you do, but that partner statute, I did not take into account taxes you'd have to pay on the profits, which you started with 3,200 and you end up with 8,015. Okay, well that is a 48.15. So and if that's short-term capital gains, depending on the state that you're in, that's like 40%. So out of the $4,815, if that's 40%, you are looking at 80, so 8, so say, I'm sorry, 960, you are looking at about 1920, an extra $1,920. You're really not making that much. I would say Omi's, and again, that's if Walt goes to 10K, which I expect him to. I think that's very possible. Again, any of this can turn around at any moment. And once things start disappearing, they start disappearing. Remember how quick that last bull run came? I would say Omi's probably the better in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. Gerald Clough says, don't minimize domestic violence. I didn't. Robert M says, creator from Rick and Morty case got dropped because there was not enough evidence to make it even to court. Falsely accused. Dude lost out. Yeah, see, this is what and this is why I don't really date either. Like, yeah, heard me talking to, new lady friend yesterday, and I guess tonight a little bit. I don't trust very easily because the military, I was a little paranoid before the military, but also, you hear these stories where you have 100% consensual adult relations, and then the next morning, oh, I was, yeah, I regret that, and yeah, we committed that R. Yeah, I don't know if they'll flag me for that R word on me, and yeah, we're gonna ruin this person's life. That ain't happening to me. So yeah. Anyway, that is that's why I also have a lot of. That's why a lot of I feel like there's not a lot of romance because now it's like, I don't know. I'd like Princeton mixers. You have to like every couple of minutes. Do I still have your consent to hold your hand while we dance? Like it's getting like there has to be some line obviously but something on like romance, some things should just be assumed, and some things like that's part of romance. It's part of love, and you have to assume a couple of different things, and yeah, it just gets very very squirrely, especially if you're a high profile person like one of the voices from Rick and Morty, where they probably have little bit of money and they probably have whatever. Now, I'm sure that guy is going to make it back, considering that case was dropped. And Jonathan Majors will probably be fine as long as he did do nothing wrong. If he did do something wrong, then obviously, of course, he should be punished according to the law. Oh, there's Bun. Hi, Bun. But yeah, Prince Toby says, I wish we got the Netflix Zelda show. Oh my God, girl, you don't even know how forward I was looking to that. Prince Toby says, I freaking love Zelda. Ganondorf is the GOAT of Nintendo villains. So I will. Bun, you moved your ball. Kicked your ball. All right. He's great. He's big and he's strong and he's bulky, and a lot of times he's got little pieces of He sometimes gets the Triforce. Sometimes he gets pieces of Triforce. But what in Super Smash Brothers, he's like one of the worst to play. Now Mewtwo also, now I don't know, he'd be like more anti-hero, I think. Nobody plays him in Smash either. Like they need to make a good villain, a good Smash character that's a villain, because Ganondorf and Mewtwo and Starwolf, they ain't it, boss. And I love Star Fox. I, clearly love Pokemon. I clearly love Zelda. Um, they just, they don't have good characters. They don't have good characters on Super Smash Brothers. Anyway, Alex Alana Rosario says, "Are you invested in Gala?" I am not. Um, I think now, when you have Immutable X partnering with Polygon on the Ethereum blockchain, it's like, ooh, any other type of gaming coin like Gala, they still have games, they still have a future probably, but dude, Immutable X is such a beast. The layer 2 protocol with Polygon, yeah, such a beast. And then facts from Felix. Dabs. Oh, thank you for the dabs. Oh god, hiccups. Dogs. There's wild dogs outside. Jeremy Padower saying our cat is definitely more refined than the two dogs. Oh, look at Jeremy Padower's kitten. I don't know the name, but look at okay, we gotta reverse that. Okay. So look at Jeremy Padower's cat. It's adorable. Num num num, little nums. And then this freaking thing. I just showed this live on stream, and everyone is now in a better mood. I'll give him some hearts because I love him. I love Uncle Jeremy. He is bae. This is why he's bae. You remember when I got taps in the bathtub at what's that called? DesignerCon? Maybe I should invite Uncle Jeremy to a bath. He might think that's weird. Uncle Jeremy might think that's a little weird. Anyway, and so he says Sephiroth from Final Fantasy is in Smash Ultimate downloadable content, and he's actually really fun to play as. Okay, I didn't know that. So I need you. So I need you around. Keep me up to date on some of the going ons of these things. Damn. Sleeping Comics has such amazing stuff. How many? Oh, I don't know. How many partners do you think is in circulation? We know Dr. Profit is about 400-ish. I see Wes's tweet saying we gonna act like these Minnie Mouses didn't come before Platinum Mini, and it's I mention it all the time, and I think they're great. Yeah. What was it? Oh yeah. That seems to be it. All right. I'm gonna go and eat. I'm gonna eat some more chicken. Oh my god. One of the person on Wes's things there is a guy called Recur 48, and he's got 63 of the Minnie Mouse. Wow, good for him. And it's of the common lenticular card, but still, it's still pretty cool. So pretty dope. Anyway, what was that? Mrs. J Kill. Oh, so Mrs. J Kill. I don't know if J Kill XRP had told you about the night of the April before I do stuff. We are all going to hang, and it's going to be great. Yeah. Well, I don't know 100% what the plans are, and I don't know if I should how public I should be about it. They're I'll ask everyone in the group, and then I'll ask people I'll ask you guys, and then I'll ask the other people, and then we'll decide. Anyway, everyone, that's going to be it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say, but where's Dashie? Dashie's still in my room, and ooh, my shoulder's not feeling so hot. This day goes, I can't freaking wait. Let's go. All right, I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Ooh. So am I still